Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm being joined by guests from the Dash for LaGrange and also with a guest from the Great Wolf. I have to my immediate left here, I have Elia Baltes, the Community Development Director for Dash for LaGrange. And to my far left, I have Jacob Talken, who is the Kids Experience Manager for Great Wolf. I want to welcome both of you all to the show.
Thank you.
Well, Elia, you and I have sat down here and talked about things for a while. So I'm going to yield this time. I'm going to jump over to Jacob. I think Jacob is he's new to our community and he's with a great organization here in our community. So I'm going to jump over to him if you don't mind.
That is wonderful.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, all right. Well, Jacob, if you don't mind, you're Jacob Talken. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm from Williamsburg, Virginia.
Okay.
I've been with Great Wolf Lodge for about 7 years now. I moved to LaGrange in November 2018. Okay. I'm the Kids Experience Manager at Great Wolf Lodge, so I help coordinate and run all of their Kids Experience events, branded promotions that we have going on throughout the year. So, yeah.
Okay. So it's probably pretty difficult to get them out of the water to come to your adventure area, right?
Yeah, it can be at times. But, you know, throughout the day, the kids got to take a break at some point.
That's right. And
we offer activities all the way from 8 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. at night. Anything from yoga in the morning. We go through stories with the kids about our characters that we have at Great Wolf Lodge. Okay. And we go through the yoga poses. From yoga to story time in the evening with a character or dance parties. We do crafts throughout the day. So we've always got something going on for anyone who wants to take a break from the water park.
Very good. Okay. And I've been out there a few times. I've seen the kids out there around on the little mats and had the various things going on. Yep. So it's a great place to visit. And I brought my kids out there, so I know about getting them out of the water.
Right.
Absolutely. Now, so Elia, you are the the Community Development Director for Dash for LaGrange.
Dash.
Tell us a little bit about your role.
Well, my role is to work with the community, with residents, with community leaders, with local government, and to just kind of bring that outreach and revitalize and help the communities and stuff to just bringing the leaders to those communities that within. We want those leaders that are already there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And Eli, I know that you all were located right there on 4th Avenue in the church right there, the five-way stop, I call it. And tell us where you guys are located now, because you're transitioning a little bit.
Yes, we are kind of still in transition. Mm-hmm. We're at the 301 Broome Street on the Hammett Building. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we hopefully will have our plans, you know, in the future to build. So we are in transition right now, but we're kind of settled there for now.
Okay. All right. So that's home for right now.
For now.
All right. And I know my mom lives on Jefferson Street, just up from where the construction is going on. Talk a little bit about what's happening there on Jefferson Street.
Okay. Well, exciting things are happening there. We have the Gables, which is our phase 1 of our development in that area. Mm-hmm. And they are 8 apartments, flats, I guess is you would say. Mm-hmm. They're 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and we did go out in the community. So we always engage the communities, because it's not our community, it's their community. Mm-hmm. And what do you want to name this, and what ideas? So we did have meetings, and that part of it is exciting too, getting people's input. But we finally came up with the Gables, and we felt that was more indicative of that community, of the area and the history of it. So they're going up. Yeah. They're going up. Hopefully they'll be ready around May, but how that goes. Well,
weather permitting, right?
Yes. If anybody is interested in those, they can call Don Douglas. I think it's Remax Realty. Mm-hmm. And anyway, give her a call. I'm sure she's keeping a list or something for those.
Okay. Now, are those going to be for sale, or are they going to be for lease?
They're lease.
Leased.
They're market. Okay. They're market apartments, so they will be for lease.
Okay. All right. Well, very good.
Yes.
Very good. Just always doing something great in the community.
Yes.
And we're here today to talk about an event that you all have had for 5 years now, I understand, which is the Hillside Art Music and Food Festival.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what's going to be going on.
Okay. Well, it's kind of evolved, and this is one of those community events that Dash goes in and does with the community. Mm-hmm. So if the community didn't want it, Dash wouldn't be there. So, but it's kind of evolved. This year, we've called our theme the Hometown Fair.
Okay.
when we, so it's going to bring a few changes with it. It's going to be in the Garfield, Lincoln area this year, which is different because of the fact that we're building on the, Garfield and Jefferson and Jackson side. But we're going to bring it over on the other side this year. So that's a little bit of a change, but we feel like it's going to be a great change. And we do have a lot of the community businesses, the residents. It's a lot of, involvement, to set that up, of course.
Absolutely. And you reached out to an organization or company that I guess can kind of help cater to that.
Yes.
Jacob, talk about what you guys are going to be bringing to the festival, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So I suppose in years past, there hasn't been really a lot of involvement with the kids. So Elia actually reached out to me and was seeing if Great Wolf Lodge would be interested in taking part. And that's what we're all about is kids and getting out into the community. I was just thrilled to hear from her. So Great Wolf Lodge is going to have a little section. We're going to call it Howling Pups.
Yes.
And because that's what we call our kids at Great Wolf Lodge. We call them our wolf pups. So we're just going to be inviting all the wolf pups at the festival to come join us. We're going to have different games and different crafts we're going to be offering throughout the day and different events. Great Wolf Lodge is kind of known for our story time event that we do. So I just thought, why not bring that to the festival and make it a little more entertaining?
Okay, well, very
And the
good.
mascots.
Yep. We'll have our characters there as well, Wiley and Violet.
Oh, okay. All right, well, very good. Now, when is the festival going to be taking place, Elia?
It's Saturday, April the 27th, from 10 to 3, 10 to 3 a.m.
All right, well, very good.
Yes.
And again, tell us those boundaries. You said Lincoln.
It'll be in Garfield. It'll start in Garfield by the cart barn
Okay.
and go all the way down Garfield and then on Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
So those streets. So it'll be all the way to Jackson on the Lincoln side and on the Brownwood side.
Okay. All right. And this is the 5th annual Hillside Festival.
Yes.
Why do you all do this now, Elia? I know you say it's not your all's festival, but it's for the community. Why do you all continue to do this?
Well, I think in part of what we do, Dash is neighborhood revitalization, community outreach. And we realized this years ago when we first came in, we did building. And I know you remember we did nothing but building, bringing them houses to the studs, pulling them, and that was great, revitalizing.
Yeah.
But then we realized that we can't just do that. We have to revitalize people. So people, without that, you can build everything you want. So that is part of our community outreach to the people. And we do, and that's why we work with other parts of LaGrange. We're outreaching in those areas. But Hillside, this is their annual. Bringing those community leaders and the businesses and the residents, they get excited about bringing this, but our goal is for them to, and our committees show that, is that they take control of this more. So, and that revitalizes, helps their community. It helps them to think more about themselves as a family, as a group, about cleaning the community, about, and which raises, their tax base, you have less crime. So that's the part that we want to show. That's what makes a healthy community.
Okay, very, very good.
So-
When you talk about those things, I'm thinking, yeah, those are the things that we need
Yes.
and definitely want to have in the various communities.
We do, and those are the things that are not, we think of the mortar and the building and everything in communities, but there's all these other things that have nothing to do with that.
That's right, absolutely. Now, and I know that there's going to be some participation not only from Great Wolf, but you will have some
Yes.
other, I guess, organizations that will be there. Talk
Yes.
about some of the people that they can see at the festival.
Well, definitely in the community, Hillside's been, really been changing. Last year we just had at the end Beacon coming in, the Beacon Brew Pub. They've been there now since August of 2018. They are there, so they will be open, and they're of course they're on our. We have a new committee this year. It's called a steering planning committee.
Okay.
So all of these people, we have Beacon, they're going to be there. They're going to be open. So since the streets are cut off, you're actually going to be able to literally walk in there as part of the festival. A cart barn, they will be open. They're the same with them. We have Turnasol. Mr. Will Tipman, he's there, and he's very excited about the community and it coming over to his side this year. So we have Turnasol there, and of course Detour, Jessica Smith, which is on the other side down by the hospital, on the further side. She's on that committee. So, and we don't want to forget Maggie McDonald.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that in a little bit. She's always been a big part of it, bringing the music, and what we're going to bring this year. But without those and without the residents that are involved, we couldn't do that. So it's them taking this and saying, okay, it's going to happen here. Let's get it, let's get it going.
Oh, okay, very good. A great lineup of people. The Beacon, Cartburn, I want to rename all those, but great lineup of individuals that have definitely come into the Hillside community and contributed, tremendously. I think about Maggie McDonald with the Pure Life Studios. Yes. I understand that she's had some great artists there, and then just had local talent goes out and shows up there at her location as well.
We've always had like bands. Last year we had 6.
Okay.
And so this year we're going to have street buskers, so that'll be a little bit different. We can talk about I guess they're street performers.
Okay. All right.
Excited
when you say street busters, you finna tear up our streets?
I guess they're buskers.
Buskers.
That's their official name.
Okay.
But the difference, of course, they won't be soliciting, out there, out on the street, but they will be, in certain positions out on the street, kind of like a hometown fairs. Mm-hmm. They used to have people, performing along the street. So that's what we're going to do this year.
Very good. And Jacob, as you sit and you hear what Elia and the Hillside community has planned, and this being your first year, do you think Great Wolf will be involved again?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean, I see this being a big hit. I see this being a really good event in the community, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Okay. Yeah. Now, talk about your staff a little bit, Jacob, if you don't mind. I know that you're the manager. What's your staff like?
So, really, they're incredibly friendly, like entertaining type people. I mean, that's just who I have to hire, right? I mean, that's just who we have to hire. They're phenomenal with the kids.
The first time I met him, we're leaving, he gave me a paw.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah. And I thought, how wonderful. I tasted I said, I loved that paw.
Okay. Memorable, right?
It's definitely part of our culture. Yeah, we do it with the kids all day. It's just something special we can do with them. Just like we have, our own little way we do our howling. We howl with the kids all the time. But it's definitely a culture, and my staff really take to it. They're definitely the forefront of that entertainment in our lodge. So, we do things all day long. So they're constantly getting down on the kids' levels. We have characters that come out. It's just really. It's just they come right out of our storybooks, really. Okay. So we just love hanging out with the kids. We in LaGrange, our lodge is new for a program called Camp Howl. So it stands for Camp of Habitat of Wild Learning. So we run this parent-free programming in the evening for our guests who are staying at the hotel or at the resort. And it's just so the parents can go out and have dinner, or maybe if they've got some older kids who want to go, ride the water slides and the little ones can't. The program's geared towards kids 4 to 12. And they come in and we do specialized crafts. Each night has a special theme, whether it be camping or bugs, barks, and blooms, or all things animals. We have this really fun program where we watch a movie with the kids, we do a craft, we teach them about the theme. So it's very much an edutainment program. So we've got stuff going on all day long.
So really, yeah. And a lot of energy to be able to keep up with the kids too that age.
Yes,
as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Well, vendors, you guys will have some vendors there, Elia. Yes. There will be food provided. And talk about, is there a charge for the public to come out?
Yes, we'll have, of course, arts and crafts vendors will be there. We have food vendors, and then, like I said, we have service. We'll have service vendors, but the arts and crafts, we have an assortment of them. We have the Art Alliance, and of course, we'll have all kinds of crafts from wood. I think we have a guy that does metal. Jewelry. We even have a clothing this year, and then the food. We have a different lineup of them, and they're all still coming in, but we'll have Taco Express there, which was a big hit last year.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll have a pizza, we'll have barbecue, pork rinds, got to have pork rinds.
Wouldn't be a festival without that, would it?
I know. So they'll definitely have an assortment of food, too.
Okay, well, very good. Is there a cost to the public to attend this event?
No. Okay. For the public, there's no cost at all. Right. Okay. We ask that they, when they come in, they try to find an area to register, and we'll have that for them in a packet where they can, they can register, because we like to get them out information during the year, about that. So if they're in there walking around and they can look where there'll be a visitation, and if they can do that, that would help us.
Oh, okay. All right. And I always have to, because I've worked for a nonprofit once upon a
Yes.
time, and I know the makeup of nonprofits.
Yes.
Volunteerism. Is there an opportunity for people to volunteer to come out and help with it?
Yes, and we're always happy, like Great Wolf bringing his volunteers, and but LaGrange College.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what we would do without them. We had 58 last year.
Oh my.
And Jake Kurziak, I think he's had us on his schedule already months ago. You know, he had emailed, said, I already have them on there, but we use them for not only the setup, the during, but the takedown. And so there's a process to it all, you know. And they're there, and they're all working, like doing the barricades. They're walking around. They're picking up trash. They're just talking to the vendors, see if they need any help. So you know, we're really excited about them always being a part.
Yeah.
So we do get a lot of volunteers from them. We get volunteers last year from Calumet Park, which is great. Communities helping communities. And I think with Yvonne Lopez, we used a lot of her volunteers last year.
Okay.
So there is definitely a need all the time for volunteers.
Well, very good, very good. Again, I say, having worked for a nonprofit,
It is.
that's the backbone of your
It
nonprofit.
is. You know, LaGrange is a
Absolutely.
volunteer town, so
Yes,
we
sir.
always could.
Well, Jacob, hearing those things about LaGrange, and I know that your job brought you here. Is this a place that you think you would like to be here for some time, you think?
I mean, so far it's left a great impression on me,
Okay.
so I'm really excited to be here.
Okay.
It seems like a very loving community.
It is, and you will find it, just like Elia and I've been here for a number of years, it is a very caring community. And when you have events like this, people come out. The volunteerism, as I talked about, is so important to making these events a big success. Now, you was also talking about there's an opportunity for other service organizations, Elia,
Yes.
to be able to set up and talk about the services that they offer.
Yes, because, you know, we have so many services in LaGrange, as you know. There's really, you know, I wish we could have them all. But we want to always have that opportunity to have them come out and, you know, and set an area. And we'll kind of have them mixed up in the other vendors.
With the vendors, okay.
So, but, you know, there's always that opportunity if somebody might need something and they can, and they're, you know, it can be there for them. And they might not have known, hey, you know, that I could use something in my life. So.
Absolutely. So important, you know, I think that makes a community whole when you not only give them an opportunity to have fun, but then
Yes.
too, if there's other service needs that they, or needs that
Exactly.
need to be met, that they could go to an organization such as Dash or the other various
Yes.
organizations to get those needs met. As I get ready to close out, Elia, just if you don't mind, tell us the date and the time of the event
Okay.
once again. Okay?
Well, it's April 27th, Saturday.
Okay.
And 10 to 3. We hope that right now our rain day would be the weekend after, but we'll be announcing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, put it on the calendar. It's April 27th on a Saturday. We'll see everybody there.
Okay, and it's going to be outside. We're going to just ask for rain, no rain that weekend. How about that in advance?
Yeah, we can ask.
We can ask for no rain.
Hopefully it will be
That's
nice.
right. That would be nice. All right. Well, Jacob, I want to thank you for coming on and being a part of the Hillside Festival. I know that this will be your first one. I'm sure it
Yeah.
won't be your last one.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here and bringing out your staff to help
Yes.
them. Because I think, Elia, you were saying that last year there was not enough activities for kids, right?
We
That's the reason
did.
why
Like
you
I
all
said,
reached
yeah,
out?
we took a survey and we take, you know, we ask and we debrief with the community, not only that's why we want the residents to sign up. I mean, the visitors, but we also do vendors. And so we sent something out and they said, hey, you didn't have enough children's events or, you know, stuff like that. So yes,
Okay.
we do try to listen from what we're told
Okay.
and stuff. But I think that we've had so much excitement when they hear that we're going to have Great Wolf Lodge
Yeah.
with the kids there. I think that's a really big thing this year.
Absolutely. Now, I know you said did the paw. Are you guys going to bring in the ears?
I mean, my staff will definitely be wearing wolf ears. Yeah.
All right. Well, very good. All right. Well, I want to thank both of you all for coming on the show today and sharing the information about the Hillside Art, Music, and Food Festival that will be taking place on April the 27th, 2019 from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. So
Thank
come
you.
on out. You'll see Jacob and all of his staff.
Will.
You definitely see Elia and all of her people and staff. And have a great time. It's for a very worthwhile cause. Thank you all so much again for being on the show today.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week in just a moment.